All right, welcome back. Big news over at the Discovery Center. The child care will continue for the school year, and they are going one better. They're starting a private STEM school over there, too. I went over to talk about it with CEO Rob Blevins, and here's what he told me. All right, Rob Blevins, we are at the Discovery Center. There's some construction going on across the street. I think we'll be able to hear you just fine. Hey, lots going on over here. What we got?
Oh, well, the construction's not mine, so I can't take any credit for that one. But we are building things. We are building a brand new STEM school, private school, where we're going to be able to do our hands-on adaptive learning individually in small cohorts of 10, 5 days a week seated, using all the safety protocols that we've been working on and used successfully for over 100,000 hours we have now in what I'm calling COVID care, where we'll be able to apply that now to a private school model with scholarships and sliding scales coming on that as well. And then also the SPS support care program that we're working on, where we're mirroring the needs of Springfield Public Schools families for their seated care. And so that's going to be both hopefully in the Discovery Center and some off-site satellite locations where we're hopefully able to help hundreds of families through that.
All right, so let's unpack a little bit of this one by one. You say private school. This is for grades K through 5. This is brand new. Do you apply for this? How does this work?
Yeah, so it's called the Discovery School at the Center, and it is K through 5 and a private school, so it's tuition-based. And you would have to complete an application. First step would be to complete that application, which you can find at discoverycenter.org/learn. And after that application, we'll start an enrollment process, and that'll involve some assessments and family interviews that we'll do as part of that. And then we'll be announcing families soon for the spots. There's only 20 that we have available to start with, and the potential to expand that as needs arise. Needs and capacity, really.
Very exciting. That is kind of breaking news right here. I like that. So now about the emergency care. A lot of parents are going to be in a pickle this year. How do parents get care here at the Discovery Center? You did a great job between about spring break and when you had to break it up for the rest of the summer, by the way. Great job on that. But this sort of expands on that.
Yeah, so it's now the need looks even bigger than it was back in the spring when we did that. A lot of families are back to work, and now they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their child. And maybe it's a single parent at home. They have to choose between employment or taking care of their kid or taking care of their kid in employment, and they don't just work together. So what we're going to do is for the Monday, Tuesday groups, we're going to offer care on Thursday, Friday, every other Wednesday, alternating care there. So 2 days a month they would have to look for additional care, but then we would limit the number of days that they need to take time off or whatever, and maybe make being able to do both things possible. The paid version will be $125 per week with that 8-week commitment at that point for that spot. We're going to keep those in cohorts of 10, stable cohorts of 10 where they won't interact. We're going to use all the same COVID care that we've been working on already, apply that model, and then provide that support care. We're calling it support care.
Wow, and what's the capacity for that, and where do people apply or get their name in the hat?
It's the exact same URL as before, discoverycenter.org/learn. And we started a waiting list there. We've already hit over 200 on that wait list. A lot of scholarship applications coming in, so we're looking for funding for that. Our capacity is really limited by building size. We've opened back up the Discovery Center, and we have families coming here again and needing that enriched learning environment. And with our school starting up, and with AOE, the Academy of Exploration, Springfield Public Schools, STEM Academy starting back up as well, we can't take as many kids in the center as we did this spring, so we're looking at alternative locations. We have one that we haven't signed the lease on, but that will allow us to expand by 80 kids. We're in talks with the church that could potentially allow us to expand by hundreds of kids, and then are looking for more sites. So our goal is to help as many kids as possible. So first step is determining our capacity. The next step will be determining funding, and then getting those kids the help that they need.
All right, another method of funding, the cool masks. Mask Up Springfield, we have to mask up. What have you got? These are for sale. This is a fundraiser to help raise a little money.
It's a fundraiser or a fundraiser. So you can buy one of these for $30 or two for $50. We'll have more masks available for sale too soon with that. But this is a way that you can represent your city. It says Mask Up 417 on it, and it's a great way to support that, keeping things open, getting more seated options in the future. You know, like whatever we can do as a community to make that accessible in the future, that's what we're going to do.
What would we do without Rob Blevins and all the people behind it? Rob, thank you for everything.
Well, thank you, Joy. It's a pleasure.
Man, big deal over there. Private school.
Yeah. That's taking a pretty big bite out of things.
Yeah, and that talk about using the Discovery Center for the child care earlier in the year. I mean, what a lifesaver that was for all those sort of frontline people, you know. And the masks, check out the masks. I just love these masks. I think these are great.
They said they were at $30 or 2 for $50?
Or 2 for $50, yeah. And the proceeds go to help keep all those programs going. So anyway, yeah, very interesting what they're doing over there.
They're going to need to raise some funds for
It ain't
school.
cheap. Yeah.
No, not at all.
You got to watch them, you
And all
got to
the great
feed them,
things.
there's a lot to do here.
All right. Up next, we'll be wrapping things up here on Ozarks Live, so don't go away.
Yep, we're not finished yet. Be right back.